So this is a real quick example of XPath and C#. Let's create an XPath example project, add a button, change its name, add a using statement pointing to system.io. Let's create a variable of type string called path. Next, we will provide the path to our HTML document. This is our simple HTML document containing just one table with some links. I'm grabbing the path to that document. Next thing is our stream reader. We want to read that file. So system.io stream reader. And let's name the stream reader. The file equals system or new system.io stream reader, and inside the brackets we are going to provide the location of our file, which is held by our variable called path. We are also going to need a variable of type string which will hold the contents of our HTML document. So let's create the string content equals the file dot read to end. And then, as a good practice, we should close the file.close, and the semicolon. Now, let's add a reference to the HTML Agility Pack, which is a HTML parser. This has already been installed on my system, so just browse and navigate to the location of the DLL. And now we are going to use the HTML Agility Pack to create a HTML document inside our program. HTML Agility Pack .html document, let's name the document doc, equals new HTML Agility Pack .html document, and the brackets and the semicolon. So doc.load HTML, and then we are going to read our HTML content from the variable content. Var my div equals doc.document node, and then inside the brackets we are going to provide our XPath query. So this is exactly what you've been waiting for. So .select nodes, and then inside the brackets our XPath query. 2 forward slashes in XPath query means that we are requesting the entire document. However, you can narrow the search by specifying additional elements. Our HTML document contains a div which is identified by the class name. In this case, the class name is links. And let's see that that's the case. Clearly, our document contains a single div which class name is links. I forgot we also need to add the reference to system.xml, so that's fixed right now. I would like to debug the program, so I'm adding just one line for breakpoint. So please note I changed the XPath statement to include just 2 forward slashes followed by an A, which represents all the hyperlinks in our HTML document, and I'm now creating a for loop to display the results of our XPath query for us. So just int I equals 0, I less than or equal to mydiv.count and I++. And then the easiest way is going to be displaying those values, those hyperlinks, inside a message box. So message box that show and then mydiv square brackets, then I as an index, and then inner text. Let's now execute the program. Let's get rid of that, we don't need that anymore. And let's execute our program, and lo and behold, all the links from our HTML document were extracted. So that was easy. That was a very simple XPath query. Let's now try something more difficult. So this is our HTML page. Let's see the source. There is only one div and one table. Let's add another div and another table to our document and try to deal with that. So let's reload to show there are truly two tables containing two sets of hyperlinks, right? That's our new table. So what we need to do right now is to point our query to a specific div, because if we execute our program right now, we will get all the links from our HTML document. So let's narrow the search to include just one of our divs. Okay, so since both divs are identified by the class name, inside the square brackets we'll provide add_class parameter equals links. Okay, and let's try that right now, and it's not working for some reason. Let's try adding /a. So there is something wrong. Let's go back to see the source of the HTML document. And yes, there is a table tag under the div tag, so I need to take it under consideration and include that in my XPath query. So let's go back. Let's try adding a table statement in our query. And it's still not working. And that's because there is also a tr and td tag in our HTML document. So let's try adding that, and I bet it's now going to work. Right? And yes, we are getting Google, Yahoo, and Bing, and also test@example.com. Let's now change the class name to blah blah, and we are going to get another set of links from the other table, from the other div. So this is how you read and query a HTML document using C# and XPath.